I'm Carmel, I'm the Crazy Cricket Lady, and I'm here in my wonderful reindeer shirt that Cordy hates to show you how to size an arabesque ornament like this, in case they aren't the same size as mine and you need to size your own. So I will show you how I went through and did this one. I traced my ornament. You should measure your own ornament because of course this is a slight bit bigger than the actual ornament, but this is a nice reference for what you need to measure and how. Now this is a scan of that tracing. You need lots of measurements. You first of all need the total height, the total width, and then certain little areas. You need to know how wide the circle is sticking out here and how tall it is. And you need to know this little bitty spot right here, as I call it, shoulders. All of these should be the same. You need to know how wide it is from this shoulder to the neck on the top. And then you need to know how wide the neck is. All of those figures go into how to put it together. This is the ornament I had with all of the measurements drawn in. Now I'm going to take this sheet and go to Design Space, and using the shapes that I explained in the tutorial, you know, the circles and the rectangle, we're going to construct this ornament. First, we're going to start out with a circle, and we're going to make it the size of that measurement of the height of the circle. And then we'll have to duplicate it. So we'll make another one, and we're going to make a rectangle. We're going to make it green. First, we're going to unlock it. We'll make it 2.5 wide by 5 high, which is what our ornament measured out to be. And then we're going to center all of these vertically. Now, we're going to take this and sort of center it on, well, because center it. Now we're going to check and see how wide it is. It should be 4 5/8, which is 4.625. Wow, it worked out perfectly. Okay, now I need to make another one of these circles and make it blue. And then I need to weld this together. Now, I need 4 of these. So we're going to put this corner right here on a grid line so that I can tell what is 1/2 inch above that. Half an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1/2 inch is 4 grid lines worth. Okay, and put the other one 1/2 inch up, which is 4 grid lines worth. Now I need 4 grid lines worth between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about where they would be. And there were 4 up, 4 up. So we're going to take these two and first make sure they're aligned at the top. A little extra. They still 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And group them. Then we're going to do the same thing to the bottom two. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then they have to be 4 apart. 1, 2, 3. Okay, scoot this one over a little more. Okay, select both of those. Align them at the top. There, they're both 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one needs to be out just a touch more. Okay, let's align them at the bottom. Okay, and group them. Now, we center all of this horizontally. And they should all line up. And we take this one and this group and we weld them. And then we slice them. And we should end up with the same shape again. But wonder if you have another size ornament that's skinnier. So I'm going to back this up a little bit and when we're going to try another one. Let's say you've got an ornament that instead of being 4 5/8 wide is only 3 5/8 wide because these circles are closer together. So let's make it where these two are 3.625 apart. That's pretty close. Let me align them at the top so that we know they're even. We're going to group them. We're going to move this in. Align them all. Just basically center them. Now, that looks fine except for that our distance here is now shrunk down to 1.65, or it's not the right size. So we need bigger circles. So we start over again. Ungroup them. Take this one, make it a little bigger. Duplicate that one. Now we need this to be, oh, what did we say? It's 3.625. Close enough. Line at the top and group. Now we center all these. And we look at how wide this is now. Put that corner right there, just a hair too big. Oh no, it's 2 1/8. So that could probably be pretty close to right. But you have to try and shrink the circles, grow the circles, whatever. All based on your measurements. Now, before we do anything else, I have to make a copy of one of these circles. I have to make a copy of those circles and we'll make it blue. Now, these circles are always the same size as these circles. So remember that. And we're going to weld this. And now we're going to say this is a 1/2 inch. Shoulders are a 1/2 inch each way. So 1/2 inch is, we're going to put it right on the corner. That's 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's about a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to need another one. And they have to be a 1/2 inch apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little. Okay, that's about a 1/2 inch for both of them. Now we'll group these. Duplicate them. And put them down here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right about there.
and center them all horizontally. And then select all of these and select all of these, weld them and slice them. Now you've made one that looks more like the third ornament in my samples. Much thinner, about the same height, but a totally different ornament, and you have to figure that out back and forth and back and forth. It's long, it's hard, it's tedious, but you can do it this way. It's a little bit of hit and miss too, and a little bit of luck. I much rather do it the second way with the scanner, but if you don't have a scanner that you can borrow or use at work or anything else, this is the way to do it. You have to take all these measurements and then try to fit the pieces together so that all the measurements make sense. This is Carmel. I'm the Crazy Cricket Lady. If you have any questions, you can reach me at blog@crazycricketlady.com, or you can put a comment at the bottom of this tutorial and maybe my answer or your question will help someone else figure out a problem. Bye now.